Last Friday, the Ministry of Works and Transport rolled out the automated express penalty system aimed at curbing and penalizing road users who violate road regulations such as speeding. Since the rollout, there has been a public outcry over the high penalty fees, the 30-kilometer-hour speed limit in urban centres, among others. As a result, the government yesterday suspended the EPS system to have it reviewed. The suspension was announced on the ministry's website.
The system sometimes issues tickets to individuals that do not match with their vehicle particulars, with their personal particulars. So,
despite the suspension, the Ministry of Works and Transport is currently reinstating the traffic officers on all roads to maintain road safety while the system undergoes review.
So that means that traffic will continue playing its role on the roads. They will continue issuing tickets, but it will be according to the old law. It is the new law that is being looked into.
We asked Susan Kataike about the government waiving off penalties for all those who have received tickets. She had this to say.
A financial model. I think those are issues still that the minister will be able to clarify on.
Road safety activists on their part say the government did not do enough sensitization and consultation with the citizens before rolling out the system nationwide.
Not just reviewing, do the planning. You map out, and after the planning is when you start piloting. Don't pilot on what we call strategic routes. A route to the airport is very sensitive because it has speeding problems. Do the piloting in a few areas, then you get the data, analyze it before you roll out in the whole country.
Regarding the 30-kilometer speed limit in urban centres, road safety advocates say it would have been preferable if Uganda utilized other forms of transport such as railways and waterways instead of relying solely on roads to reach destinations.
In built-up areas which are busy, school zones, markets, hospitals, 30 kilometers per hour is the best thing. And in other areas where there's a very low traffic of humans and call it a main road, 50 kilometers per hour is ideal, and that way we will all get home safe.
Sure that 30 works in Uganda, and I would be very glad to see a study that has come up to recommend 30. I was involved in some studies of speeding in some countries, and 30 is a problem in Africa, apart from obviously the Maghreb area, the Mediterranean, and also in Southern Africa where the road infrastructure is developed. But in a developing country like Uganda, where you have no alternative means of transport apart from road, then you have problems.
Many drivers have received penalties ranging from 300,000 shillings to 600,000 shillings or more. According to road safety advocates, these fees do not match the current poverty levels among Ugandans.
Meaning the fines, we look at the income levels. The first thing is what's the income level of the driver. You have to look at his profit margin when it comes to affordability. So the fines were far high, it's very high, yeah. So
we got a report from Bank of Uganda. Less than 1% of Ugandans were earning 1 million shillings and above. So if you look at someone is being fined 600,000, it's a little bit too high. We understand and appreciate everything that needs to be done, and this should have been done a long time ago because of the situation on our roads, but at the same time, we need to be realistic.
The promoters of road safety also suggest that the government needs to do better in improving the country's road infrastructure, as many roads have potholes and lack proper signage.
The infrastructure, when you look at it, most of it, apart from a few roads in Kampala, they are primarily designed for vehicles. But if you look at Kampala, more than 50% of the people walk in and out of the city, as you can see. They are not working for recreation, they are working out of necessity. So we need infrastructure that is conducive, that is safe for every road user.
Raymond Tamale, NTV.